Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to the first gameplay episode, and we're finally going to properly get underway with this series. Bite the bullet with second in form Luis Suarez. I'm really excited to get fully underway and give you basically daily uploads of this throughout December, and who knows how far this series can go. So, this is our Barca team. Well, it's not currently a Barca team. It's just a stock non-rare silvers and a rare silver goalkeeper. Only reason I've got him rare is because there was literally no non-rare silvers on the market at the time. So he doesn't really matter. We're going to switch him out in no time at all. We go into our first match. I lost the tiniest bit of footage right at the start, so you can't see the team I came up against. But actually, he had a full gold BPL squad in forms, the lot. And I was just like, well, this is ever so slightly unlucky for our first actual game with the team when we've got the non-rares and stuff, but we do go 1-0 up. A dodgy finish from Eddie of all people. It wasn't even Suarez that gets us underway this series, but we unlock half a shot on the target for that because Suarez wasn't involved, but we did score a goal with one of our teammates, all that good stuff. And this series is going to be seriously important to get Suarez involved in everything, right? Because he gets the shots. He's the one which is going to unlock the most shots on the target, as my opponent gets an equalizer on me there. Absolutely brilliant, right? We go into half-time. I feel like I've had a better half, but it was a fairly even game. I was just surprised that I was keeping up and almost going into the lead, like, against this guy right now, when he had the team that he had and I had the team that I had, if you know what I mean. But Suarez gets underway. He unlocks, he opens his account for the club with a lovely little finesse shot in off the post. I then try something a little bit too crazy, but it forces a good save out of Begovic. I feel like we're going to score goals all over the place with Suarez, and I have recorded the first sort of 3 episodes of this being episode 1 and then the next couple of days worth, and we've got underway pretty good. I'll leave that with you. My opponent gets an equalizer in the 77th minute right there, which was very, very frustrating. And we spent the last sort of 10 minutes before extra time doing our best to try and score goals with Suarez here to just seal the game and not have to play any more time after that 90 minutes. But it just didn't seem to really want to go in, and we end up going to extra time. And look at that. I feel like I've had a better game in that scenario. This guy is actually a follower of mine, tweeted me afterwards saying, "I can't believe I've played you again and again." Literally, we seem to come up against each other all the time. He always gives me a good game, and he goes 3-2 up in extra time right there, scoring his hat-trick with Daniel Sturridge. We get into the box, take the shot with Suarez, but I have to admit, Begovic was doing wonders, absolutely working wonders for him. Can we score with Suarez here? No, Begovic once again saves the day for my opponent. But we get into the box here with Marino. It's a shot saved by Begovic, and on the come down, somehow we get ourselves a penalty. And I'm not complaining. I'm not sure how we got it, but I would literally never complain for actually receiving a penalty. That would just be madness. So Suarez has got a chance to unlock another shot on the target right now, which he steps up and takes quite nicely. So we've scored twice with him. That's 2 shots on the target. We've scored with another player as well. That's 2.5 shots. So something's going to have to get stored up in the bank system for now. But he plays it through to Sturridge, and on his weak foot, scores that absolute blinder in the 106th minute. I was a little bit like disappointed, to say the least, and I did my utmost to try and get back into the game, send it to penalties at least, right? And as you can see, loads of shots hitting the target, getting saved by Begovic once, twice, like 20 times, I swear. And I felt very, very hard done by because, well, as you can tell right here, the ball isn't going in the back of the net, and I fear the first game of this series we do lose. So we lose 1 total shot off the 2.5 that we earned throughout this game. So we've got 1.5 shots on the target. Obviously you can't take a half shot, so we're going to be able to take 1 shot on the target now. We'll store that other 0.5 up for when we score another 0.5 somewhere along the lines. Look at the stats right there. I played twice as good as him in my opinion, but stats don't mean everything. We lost the game. Good game, buddy. We're going to take our 1 shot on the target. We hit a number 5, and that's 5 points. That means we've got 5 points to spend on players. Of course, we're going to have to unlock from these 2 pointers right now, and as you can see, I've wrapped around green and 2 players that I've decided to unlock. We go with Munir and a guy called, I can't remember what his name is. Was it Sandro? I think it was Sandro. The left wing, right wing for Barca right there. I decided to get them unlocked and underway. So basically now we've got 1 point left in the bank and 0.5 shot left in the bank. So we'll store them up nicely. I've switched over to my La Liga squad, which is essentially the same as we just used, but we will start to try and unlock players over there. We come up against this squad right here, which is a non-rare hybrid. It features the likes of Danny and I think Ruben Castro, I think, was up front right there. And we start this game pretty positive. I was feeling nice and confident because this was more on my level, right? I know I've got a full non-rare silver team, but he had a full non-rare gold team, so that's not too different. It's not informs and BPL players and all of that stuff, and we do go 1-0 up right here from a nice finish from one of my absolute nobodies, which is just brilliant. I then somehow give a penalty away here. I was controlling one player, the computer was controlling the other, who decided to push him over and give the penalty away. But it doesn't matter because we'll just easily save it. Suarez then steps up for a free kick, and I'm liking his free kicks this year. I'm really liking the upgrades that he's been given on this second inform card. And I feel like we're going to score a few free kicks with him, that's for sure. We then go into the lead, 2-0, should I say, into the lead, by scoring a lovely goal there with Luis Suarez. That's going to unlock us a full shot on the target, which is lovely. A nice finish, actually. That's a typical Suarez Ultimate Team goal for me. He gets through again, takes that long shot, but this time just wide of the post. And you can tell that I'm all over my opponent right now. I'm going to be the one scoring more goals, forcing the save out of the goalkeeper right there, and getting through into the box with Thomas. Comes down to Eddie, takes this shot, but a good save from the goalkeeper. I was literally piling the pressure on my opponent right now. He does, however, get into the box, runs past my defence. I didn't want to give a penalty away, so I was very lax with my defending, and probably a little bit too lax, seeing as he scored the goal to make it 2-1. That makes things a little tougher because against the run of play, he's managed to score a goal. I then take another very far distance free kick with Suarez and just went wide. I feel like it's about time one went in, right? Well, yeah, it's about time. We score that free kick to make it 3-1. That was right in the top corner. Absolutely beautiful. You'll see it on the replay right now. Look at that. That's literally unstoppable. He had a player on the line and everything. But my goalkeeper decides to give a penalty away in the 90th minute. The second penalty for this opponent in this game. But this time he does stick it away. Makes it 3-2. I wasn't too worried that it was ever going to get back into the game though. And he doesn't. We win our game and we win our first match of this series. So we unlock a whole bunch of stuff. That's 2 goals with Suarez, 1 with somebody else. We get 1 for the win as well. So we're on 4 shots on the target and we've still got that 1 point in the bank to spend on players. So I'm going to take 3 out of those 4 shots and save 1 for a rainy day in case we lose and all of that stuff. The first shot we missed. How frustrating is that? Second shot, it hits, but it falls off the target. I don't think it hit anything anyway. And then we do hit that 5 points on the last shot. So we have now got 1 shot left in the bank. Going to save it for a rainy day, like I said. And we've got 6 points to spend. The only thing we can spend it on right now is the silver players, and we can unlock a maximum of 3. There are only 3, and it's going to cost me 6 points. So I decide to get all 3 of those silvers for the La Liga squad into the team quite quickly, and that means that we're going to be able to start really strengthening this team quite nice and early. It's obviously going to be a lot more difficult to unlock players going forwards because they're in this particular category, they're going to start costing 4 points to unlock, which means we're going to have to start getting more goals, more wins, and earning ourselves more points on the target system than we have done today. You know, we've already missed 2 shots, which kind of sucks. But Iñaki Williams, I can't remember the names of the other 2 guys, but 3 silvers go into the team, and that is how that one's looking. We're going to play with our hybrid squad in the first game of the next episode, and then we'll rotate back to the Barca team, and eventually we'll slowly work our way up to some nice teams coming up soon. That's been the first episode. I'm going to be playing 2 games per episode so that I can actually get these edited and stuff every single day for you guys. I think apart from Fridays, it's the only day I'm not uploading this series daily. So you'll see loads of content coming from me in the near future. If you've enjoyed, the one thing I would ask is for you to smash that thumbs up button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time, guys. Peace.